1987 would turn out to be a good year for Howard to make new friends. In this case, the brilliantly funny and unmistakably loud comic Gilbert Gottfried.
The first time I did Howard Stern, he wasn't Howard Stern. He had a radio show, and they said, oh, you booked on Howard Stern tomorrow. And I would say to people, what did you do today? I said, Howard Stern. They say, who? And back then, booking me on Howard Stern was kind of like when I go to clubs now and they go, oh, you're doing, first you're doing Captain Bob and Bill, and then you're doing Crazy Jim and Joe. And I thought, all right, it's just another radio show.
Richard Belzer.
Gilbert is a particular favorite of Howard's, and Gilbert also is great on radio because he doesn't care what he says. He's just, reflexively funny, and Howard really knows, how to be with Gilbert and lead him on and keep him around.
Oh, Gilbert's a brilliant comedian, I went to see Gilbert one night early on. He was so brilliant. He has my admiration, and he's done so many great bits on the air. I just get the kick out of him.
Dee Snider.
My favorite guest of all time, bar none, Gilbert Gottfried. As a listener, he blows me away. I love listening to Gilbert Gottfried, and my only regret is I never got to be on a show with Gilbert and just riff with that crazy motherfucker. Interestingly, Howard said Gilbert is one of those love-hate guests. That there are people like me who love him, and Howard thinks he's the funniest fucking guy. Because I can tell when Howard's really laughing and when he's not laughing. When you've really got Howard, and Gilbert gets Howard more than anybody. But also there are people who just think that Gilbert is like nails on a blackboard, and they can't stand it when he's on. So he's kind of one of those guests they have to have in small doses. You can't have him on too much.
He's very polarizing. If the email is scientific, 50% of the audience hates him and 50% loves him. I never put much credence in the email. There were times I'm sitting there with Gilbert on the air and I go, it's going nowhere, it's bombing. And then all of a sudden, bam, it kicks into high gear and he's great.
Well, this is the funny thing about me and the Stern Show. Everybody else gets entire careers built on it. It's like he gets homeless people, midgets, everything. They all become stars. I have lost so many jobs through the Howard Stern Show. It's like I go on and it's like I'll have these like advertising accounts that I'm looking forward to, and then I'll do the Stern Show. I come off, and then it'll be my agent on the phone going, they heard you today on Howard. And I don't know, there was something about child molestation and AIDS or something. I don't exactly know what it was, but they'd rather not go with you.
Let's get Gilbert in here, find out what kind of car he drives, although I don't think he has a car.
He lives in Manhattan. I bet you he doesn't have a car.
This was his mother.
Well, I bet you he doesn't have a car.
Hey, Gary, get Gilbert in here. I'm a little nervous with this guy.
Why?
Because, we've read so many things about him. He's so wacky. It's like, I'm really wondering how this interview is going to go.
Well, we'll see, won't we?
There you are. Holy cow, it's you.
Oh, he looks just like himself.
You look like yourself.
Hi.
You look just like yourself.
Oh, God. Here, let me put on my earphones so I can hear you from a foot away.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it too loud?
Yeah. Oh, this is way too loud.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to feel like I'm in a bad episode of Star Trek.
Yes.
Yes.
Gilbert Gottfried, of course, who we think...
Yes.
We think...
have designated you
Hi.
a genius.
Yeah, we've given you genius category.
Oh, and she's in another room.
Yes.
She's the woman in the glass booth.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yes. Hi.
How you doing?
Not well. I enjoy waking up when it's still dark out.
Yeah, but wait a second. What kind of car you drive? Or you don't have a car?
I didn't. Someone brought me here. What? I know these things.
Oh, you really? Someone gave you a ride?
Actually, yeah. It was just an incredible thing. They told me it was the Alex Bennett show. That's why I showed up.
I see.
Yeah. He was going to be talking about legalizing marijuana or something like that. It was,
And you wanted to be on the show.
Yes, I couldn't wait.
Yeah.
I couldn't wait.
You for legalizing marijuana?
Yeah, well, he's in one of those big hippie things he's
I
into
see.
now.
Well, anyway, I got to tell you.
Yeah, hi, how are you? So you don't know how this is set up. She's like practically in another building.
Yes.
It's almost an out-of-body experience.
Yeah, it's made to sound like we're all sitting around the room having coffee. She's in another building.
Well, it's because, quite honestly, you want to know the reason?
Sure.
Because I pass wind
Oh,
She doesn't want to be exposed to
And
it.
guys
Well, that's-
apparently don't mind that, but women do.
That's
Well,
a
I
male
rec-
bonding thing, passing wind, as far as I'm concerned.
I requested this room for that
Yes,
reason.
I know. You enjoy
Yes,
that.
Yes.
Hey, who
Wakes
wouldn't?
me up in the morning.
It means you're a real man.
Yes.
I got to tell you something.
Uh-huh.
You don't own a car yourself.
No. But boy, if I did.
Would you like a...
Oh, would you like a sports
You know what I could
car?
see you in? A Corvette.
Yes, a Corvette or possibly one of those that the Munsters rode around in.
That's beautiful. I
Yes.
love that car.
Yeah, in the movie version, not the TV show.
They made, that's why Herman's head was so flat. It just
Yes.
it used to press up against the top of that car. I'll tell you something, but Lily and Herman did look beautiful in that car. What kind of car was that, Fred?
What's that, the Munsters car?
Yeah.
It was a custom car by George Barris.
Well,
Wow,
Boy,
thank
he
you.
would know that.
well.
Boy, oh boy.
Shut my mouth.
I mean, you
Now-
asked, I told you.
Now tell us everything you know about the Addams family.
It'll take as much time as you want.
That's coming out in a book next year,
Yes.
so I don't want to blow the book deal.
Oh, my God.
Tell us those
Custom
little
car by
interesting
who?
things about Star Trek. Come on.
Well, anyway,
How did Lassie get to work, Fred?
I
Yeah.
have no idea. You ask me about cars, I know. Lassie, I don't know.
all right, don't get so insulted.
Oh, boy.
Tell us everything you know about Captain Nice.
All right. All right, calm down here. Fred will rip your head off,
Yeah.
I tell you.
Oh, I
Don't
must
mess
yes.
with him.
Fred's a
Yes.
Don't mess with Fred. You
Yes.
remember that song.
I wouldn't mess with Fred.
Obviously, you're a successful comedian.
Incredibly so.
And you have your own corporation, am I
yes.
correct?
Yeah, I just have millions of them.
No, you have a corporation.
I'm
business.
collecting
It's a walking business.
corporations
No,
at this
doesn't
point.
every comedian have like a corporation?
I don't know. Do you
Like-
have a corporation?
Even disc jockeys have corporations.
So what, is that what you're getting paid to come up with answers like that?
Okay.
Gee, I don't know.
Hey, we got your breakfast.
I got breakfast.
We heard you
see that?
demanded breakfast.
Yeah, I didn't demand breakfast. You eat early in the morning. I mean, come on.
Gilbert
he
calls
having?
up and goes, gee, I hope they serve breakfast on this show.
Yeah, that's the type of guy I am. I want to see if I can. One radio station I got a sandwich out of. I hopefully will do a dinner show next.
What is that?
I wish I knew. There's no forks, so it
eggs
doesn't really matter.
and
Here
home
it is.
fries.
Oh, it's just. Oh, does that look good? Oh,
I feel your arteries
Just like
hardening right
home.
now.
oh boy.
Look at that bread.
Oh yeah.
Well, you stay slim, though. How do you do that?
Well, from doing radio shows.
Yes.
Yes.
You eat that food.
From oh boy, does this look good?
So you live in New York, right?
I live in New York, Howard.
Do you ever listen to us?
Constantly.
Really?
Constantly.
He's never heard this
Constantly.
Have you ever heard the show?
Constantly.
You can tell.
Constantly.
'Cause I read
He's not even up at this time of the day.
I read some interview about
No, I
you.
know, but I videotaped it.
I read some interview about you. I read an interview with you, and
You did?
and
Did you
said-
read any interviews with me?
Now, what is your job? To repeat the question?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
And then
Kills
she
time.
comments on the fact that I repeat the question.
We got an hour and a half to kill, so
Yeah.
you might as well repeat the
Yeah,
question.
okay.
So,
I heard you read an article somewhere.
I read an article on
Uh-huh.
you, and it said that you just sit in your room, because this is something like I do, really.
Yes.
You sit in your room and you watch TV, and that's all you pretty much do all day.
I've
And that's
got
all.
an exciting life.
No, but that's all I do, because I feel I can get all the information
wait
I
a
need
minute.
through the television.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Everyone wonders about Gilbert
Uh-huh.
because he's not married.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, Gilbert, you like boys?
There's a whole...
Yeah.
Constantly.
Yeah, constantly. Constantly. In fact, right now there's one right in back of me.
Oh,
And
really?
They drilled a hole in this chair, and, yes, constantly.
Constantly on
Yeah,
boys.
I just can't get enough.
Yes. Well, obviously you don't like that.
Yeah.
But wait a second, Robin, what were we just talking about? Oh, yeah,
I don't
watching
remember.
TV.
Watching
Oh,
TV.
so you say now I don't
In a
remember.
room.
Boy, you're on top of it now, Robin.
Well, Robin's always known this.
Fascinated
Robin,
with
Yes.
you.
you've
I
always...
can't remember
Yeah.
what we're saying.
Robin, you've always known this about me, that I sit in my room all day and,
And
just
watch
watch
TV,
TV.
yes.
And now that I have kids and stuff, my kids don't let me watch TV. Mm-hmm. Like I had to watch the Pee Wee Herman movie last night on Channel 6, and I wanted to watch the news. And I've seen the Pee Wee Herman movie.
Yeah, how is it?
It was okay. I mean, there's
Uh-huh.
some funny parts in it. The tequila dance is real funny.
Yeah, I'll have to rent it.
No, I think Pee Wee did a good job on that movie. It's just that I don't want to watch it 900 times with my kids.
They watch it 900 times.
Well, yeah. And I want to watch the news because if I sit in front of the television long enough, I get ideas for this show. It sort of just comes to me while I'm watching TV if I'm nice and relaxed. And TV's the only thing that relaxes me.
Yeah, well, people always criticize me about having no life, sitting home watching, but it's like, yeah, I'm going to go out
And do
square
what?
dancing.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
I mean, what could you possibly do? People say New York has the best
Nightlife.
I constantly go to museums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you going to do? What do we nightlife?
And I love Lincoln Center.
Well, to me, movie theaters are a good source of entertainment, but I could get that anywhere. I don't need to have that in New York.
Why do you need it?
Exactly.
Why do you need it? Do you have something to say about that?
No, I don't understand this conversation.
Yeah, see,
Well, I think that
he should say you don't need movies. I say, why do you need it? And you go, yeah, why do you need it? That should be...
Where is this conversation going?
Yeah.
well, I'm saying that Gilbert basically spends a lot of time in his bedroom. You live with your mom?
Now,
no,
wait a minute.
Wait
Wait
a
a
sec-
minute.
yes.
Wait a minute. See, I think he's just trying to be nice to you. He doesn't understand your life any more than any of those other interviewers, but he's trying to pretend.
No, I'm saying I
that he
understand it.
understands.
I think that if you just watch television, you get your best ideas.
Yeah, that's how your mind
Yes,
operates.
but you need to live.
You need to live. What do you do other than watch TV? Come on.
Go out.
She
You
runs
go,
around.
all right, okay. You go out. You're a real person who goes out. What does a person who goes out do?
Let me see.
Okay, let's find out what people who go out do.
You drink.
You drink. Oh, that's good. That's good. Oh, good. You drink. So you can't drink at home?
Oh, well, you shouldn't.
With a TV on?
Yeah. I mean, you could have a bottle of wine at home. I mean, what's the big deal?
That's not the way it's done.
Okay, you go out and you drink.
Sure.
Tell us what a person who has a life does.
You go to an amusement park. You go
An
to
amusement. What do you do at an
street
amusement?
fairs.
You drink, you ride an amusement park, and you puke.
Yeah.
This is a fun
That's
life.
living.
Yeah. Oh,
Well, so
boy.
I'm sort of understanding what, I mean, I don't think my life's all that much different. Except
you
I
have
got
a
married
wife
and got
and
kids
kids.
and stuff. When are you
Yeah.
going to do that?
Well, I'll tell you, as soon as this guy gets out from behind my chair.
Yeah.
Because I'm enjoying it too much.
It's so wonderful.
Because, boy, once you get hooked.
The joys of Tuchus.
You never go back. You never go back.
I'm working on a book about it.
Or you constantly go in the back. But,
But I got into the whole Gilbert Gottfried thing.
Good thing.
Yeah.
As I toss another one of these delicious soggy potatoes in
What
my
was
mouth.
that article was it Interview Magazine that we were reading, Jackie?
Yes.
Interview Magazine, right? How old was that article?
6 months ago, was it?
6 months ago, maybe. That you did with Interview Magazine?
Yes.
You know Jackie, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
He's the only person in the room.
Jackie's in here, like, for days telling me how he knows Gilbert and they hang out in the same clubs and stuff. And then Jackie breaks down when Gilbert gets here. I go, did you go out and say hi to Gilbert? He goes, oh, I barely know him. I hardly know him.
We go through this
Yes.
all the time.
Yes.
All the time.
All the time. Every
Jackie
guest.
knows everyone until they get here.
Yeah.
Everybody in Showbiz.
Then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I don't know Gilbert at all. Oh, I mean, he wouldn't even recognize
Yes.
me.
Well, he wouldn't recognize me now with the new haircut.
Right. The new fancy
Or
haircut.
now that he's lost weight.
Look at those eggs.
What is he
Yeah.
doing?
Oh,
They're like
boy,
rubber.
oh, boy.
Wait a minute.
man.
I know
Oh,
you-
my God, look at that. It just keeps stretching. It goes further and further.
Oh,
I have
man.
something here. It's like a foot long.
Foot-long eggs.
Foot long. Yeah, can I have some of those delicious foot long eggs, please?
Wait a second, Gilbert. Why would you
Best
let...
results, use Aurora's glue.
Well, so far the eggs are winning.
Boy, is it good.
It's a battle going on in here.
Boy, it
And
looks like Alien.
let's take a